Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Today is July 28th and here is the next update to the pepper series. So this year I have been so busy and there's just so many things to do. I haven't been tending to the plants too much. A lot of them showed some signs of deficiency, and I wasn't able to take care of them so much, so I went the easy route. So what I did was I fertilized the plant with this year. This is the bag that I got from last year that was on sale. So during the winter time, Home Depot or Walmart and stuff like that, they'll have this on sort of like discontinued, and they would market that with this really low. So I bought this and just save it, and so this is what I've been using this year for the plants, and it's working really well. So let's take a look at some of the plants. So here, these are my Lingria crossed with a white tie. Look how beautiful that is. Lots of fruits, peppers, different colors. You see, they look a little bit like the white tie, but slightly different. I will show you the white tie so you can see the difference. Notice these guys are a little pointed and they kind of grow sideways, not up, and they don't cluster as much. So let me show you the white tie real quick. Okay, so here are the white tie peppers, and you can see they grow in clusters, and there they are. So these guys are just so deficient this year, because I haven't really done much to the plants and haven't been feeding them or anything like that, and I should have. So you see there's signs of yellow leaves and stuff like that, but I fertilized them last week and immediately they show some signs of recovery. So they're looking much better now after the feeding. So you gotta watch your plants, and if the soil is depleted, you have to give them some feeding. I would recommend every 2 to 3 weeks, give it a little feeding. Not too much. Don't do overfeeding, because that's only going to invite aphids into the garden. So feed them accordingly, and don't overdo it. So these are the white ties here. They're still looking pretty good. So I'm gonna get some good pods to use. So while we're here, I'll show you the whole raised bed of the white tie here. See that? And then here is the Houston white tie. It's a little bit different, you see? It doesn't grow just like the other white tie where it has a cluster, but these are beautiful plants. I got these from Vince, and I've been growing it for 2 years now. They're just beautiful plants, and I love the way they taste. They look very, very similar to the white tie, you see. Lots of pods. Some of them are red already. And this year I've had peppers that has these little bites through them, and I've caught a few of the worms. I don't know, I think they're the weevil. I'm not sure what they're called, but they'll eat holes into the peppers, and I caught a few of them actually trying to bite into it. It looked like a little worm, and they just poke holes in and damage the pepper plant or pods. Okay, so we're back at the white tie cross with the Lingria. So here, so that you see how they're different. They're much shorter, and not shorter but pointier, and they grow a little bit different. Very beautiful plant. And here we have another Lingria cross with the Linzo, and it turned out chocolate. Guys, these are beautiful pods. Look how productive they are. So there's lots and lots of pods on these. I love these Lingria cross because they're just so productive. And here's my StarrScream. These are the chubby ones, the one that grows up in cluster. So every cluster you get a few pods, and they're kind of like chubby, and they grow upward. And let me show you the chocolate StarrScream. Okay, so here are the chocolate StarrScream. You can see, same as the other one, except it's chocolate and it grows downward. and I have a few plants of it in here. It's looking great right now, putting out some pods. There's a lot of flowers, so it's gonna be a few more weeks before we get large pods out of these. This is the early ones, so they're already too ripe, so those are for seeds. And here is the actual Lingria that I grew from the pods I collected last year. These are really cool, guys. You see, they have these little really neat looking pods, stingers on them. All of the pods have that. Look at this little weird one, see? Has a little stinger there too. And look at this one. See that? They're very interesting. They're very productive and pretty spicy, but they look so awesome. They look really nice. I love growing these. Very productive as well. You see? Look at these. I just love those little stingers they have on there. See this one? So that's the prettiest Lingria that I have. Okay, and here we have some of the plants in my buckets, and the ones in the buckets are actually doing the best because I move them around and I put them in the shade, so they don't get beat up by the sun, and also because it's kind of like a self-watering bucket, and there's always a little bit moisture at the bottom, so it does help with these guys to kind of like grow well during the sun, the crazy sun that we have. And this is another StarrScream here that we have. See, look at this, very productive. Look, the pods are small right now, but they're coming out. There are lots and lots of everywhere. You see flowers coming, so this is gonna produce a lot of hot pods. And I have my Pablano, and I don't know why my Pablano is very small. So I had a few that was damaged by those bugs that I told you about earlier. They poke holes in the pods, so I use these jewelry bag that I use for my pears, and it worked great. So I have a few nice good pods on the Pablano. And here are I think the Peach StarrKist, Lemon StarrBurst. I have a few Lemon StarrBurst, and I think those are also Lemon StarrBurst. And then I got a Brazilian Starfish right here, growing nicely. And here we have the Crisscross, a cross made by Chris Bransdahl from Norway. Have two plants, and these are the StarrScream Volunteer, and these are white ties right here. And then this is the white tie cross with a omni color. I'm very excited about this one, so I can't wait to see pods come out for that. Okay, and here we have the sweet StarrScream crossed with the Lingria. Look at how beautiful these are. These are really productive, and they have really long stems, so a lot of the pods are like touching the ground. So there, see, look at all those pods. Very productive plant. Look at all those red pods down there. It's about to touch the ground. And here is a variety from Spain. It's the Alegria Rosiana. I forgot. I think that's how you pronounce it. But it started out pretty small, but it's growing now and have a few nice pods on there. Okay, and here is a cross from one of our buddy from PLC. This is the Fire Blast. This is a Fire Blast. I think is a cross between a Lemon StarrBurst and a StarrScream, I think. But yeah, look at these pods. They're looking cool. Nice looking plant there. And here is my habanero. Got a few good nice pods on here. This is the one I bought from Lowe's. It's growing nicely right now. And a few other plants that are really deficient. They look terrible, guys. That's the pink tiger right there. It's starting to improve because I just fed this guys a week ago, so they're kind of looking better. But man, last week they were looking so bad. That's the Houston white tie here. Those are looking great. And this is a StarrScream, or maybe a Linzo, that I took from the AeroGarden. I grew this one in the AeroGarden and transplanted it outside. There's a video coming up, so I'll show the entire process. It's very easy to do. And this beautiful plant here is the Queenie. Look at how gorgeous that is. Really nice and compact, and lots and lots of pods. Look at all these pods. And it's not very tall. You see this? So it's a good variety for grown as ornamental, but also people that don't have a lot of space. This is an excellent variety. It's very spicy, tastes really nice too. And you see here's a smaller one, and it also has pods. And Linzo here, I think those are the peach pumpkin. They're looking really bad. And here we have some California Reapers. Looked really bad too, but they're coming back. And that is a I think that is a Reaper crossed with Moruga, I think. They're starting to look better. And these are white ties. And those are Brazilian Starfish. I can't wait for those to put out pods because I love them. And Lingria, you see the Lingrias are just beautiful and always so super productive. Doesn't matter what size the plant is, they're always producing lots and lots of pods. See that? Nice colors too, and they just look gorgeous. And this is the Linzo. Pods are coming. And look at this guy here. Look at all the pods. So this one here is the StarrScream, the long StarrScream, crossed with the, let's see, with the Linzo. So I'm doing all kinds of experiments with the Linzo and the StarrScream to get different varieties. Look at this. Very nice and productive. The plant is pretty small too. And here's another one, another raised bed with Lemon StarrBurst, Peach StarrKist, and Scarlet Rose. Not looking very good right now. They're pretty small. And here, this is a ghost variety. And then I have some extra Lingria, so I put them over here. You see? They're all in here with the melons. See, we have some melons right there. Some melons back there. And just want to show off something. This is a hundreds and thousand tomato variety. Look at how many hundreds and thousands of flowers you see. That's the reason why they call this hundreds and thousands. Look at all those flowers. They're just flowers everywhere. Look at that. Hundreds and thousands, literally. So the name is very fitting for this variety. Okay, and lastly we have these are Pekin, super Pekins. So they're pretty small right now, but hopefully they'll grow and produce pods so I can show these off. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it for this update. I haven't done anything. All I did was fertilize with the fertilizer I showed you earlier. Once every 2 weeks, just give it a little bit, sprinkle here and there, and just water them in, and that's basically all I've done. I've just been so busy, so I haven't done much to the plants, but they're still doing great. So thank you so much for watching.